Breaking news, massive update from DWP: 6 key groups of pensioners will miss out on this year's £300 winter fuel payment. Before we dive into today's urgent update, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on vital government payment updates, pension news, and helpful financial advice. We bring you accurate, timely, and essential news that matters to your wallet and your well-being, especially in these challenging times. Now, let's get straight into the details of this major development. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, has just confirmed crucial details about the winter fuel payment scheme for 2025, and for many pensioners across the UK, the news is not what they were hoping for. While these annual payments are a vital source of support during the colder months, this year there's a twist. 6 specific groups of state pensioners will not be eligible to receive the much-needed £300 payment. Let's break down what this means, who qualifies, and who sadly doesn't. Every year, millions of pensioners rely on the winter fuel payment, a financial lifeline designed to help older citizens manage the increasing costs of heating their homes through the winter. Traditionally, the payment is £200 for most eligible households, but rises to £300 for households where at least one person is aged 80 or older. These payments are typically disbursed from November onwards, just before the coldest months set in. However, not everyone will see this extra cash this year. So, who is being excluded from the 2025 winter fuel payment? According to the latest update from DWP, 6 groups will unfortunately not be receiving this year's benefit. Let's go through each group carefully, so you or your loved ones aren't caught off guard. 1. Living outside England and Wales. First on the list are pensioners who live outside of England and Wales. This rule excludes individuals residing in Scotland, Northern Ireland, and other countries abroad, unless they meet very specific conditions. If you've moved overseas or live in a region where different rules apply, you might no longer qualify for the winter fuel payment from DWP. This is especially relevant for pensioners who have retired abroad. Make sure to double-check your eligibility based on your location. 2. Hospitalized for an entire week, 15 to 21 September 2025. Next, if you were in hospital for the entire week between 15 and 21 September 2025, and you were receiving free inpatient treatment, you are also ineligible. This rule also applied last year and continues into this year. The reasoning behind this is that individuals in hospital with full care might not require the same energy usage at home, but the policy has been criticized for being unfair to those who need assistance the most. Unfortunately, that is the rule as it currently stands. 3. Restricted immigration status. If you are in the UK on a visa that restricts access to public funds, then you are also not eligible for the winter fuel payment. This includes those whose immigration status explicitly states that they are not entitled to claim benefits or assistance. It's important for anyone with a complex immigration situation to check the exact terms of their visa, as this clause could exclude them from receiving the payment even if they meet all other age and residency requirements. 4. Incarcerated during eligibility week. Group 4 includes individuals who were incarcerated or in prison during the qualifying week, that same 15 to 21 September 2025 window. If you were serving a prison sentence, unfortunately, you are automatically disqualified from receiving the payment. While this might seem obvious to some, it is officially listed by DWP as one of the disqualifying criteria and is enforced strictly. 5. Living in a care home since 23 June 2025 or earlier. Another disqualifying condition is for individuals who have been living in a care home continuously since 23 June 2025 or earlier. In this case, you are considered to be in an environment where your heating and utility bills are already covered as part of your care arrangement, and so the winter fuel payment is not issued. This exception has been in place for years, but many people are unaware of how early the cut-off date is. 6. Receiving certain income-based benefits. Finally, pensioners who receive specific income-related benefits may also lose out on the winter fuel payment if they live in a care home and receive any of the following: universal credit, pension credit, income support, income-based job seekers allowance, JSA, Income-Related Employment and Support Allowance, ESA. This particular clause affects some of the most vulnerable groups, and it's essential to understand that simply being on one of these benefits doesn't automatically exclude you. It only does so if you're also living in a care home. If you live independently and claim these benefits, different rules may apply. Why this matters now more than ever. This news comes at a particularly challenging time for pensioners and low-income households across the UK. Just as we brace for colder weather, energy bills are rising again. According to the energy regulator Ofgem, the price cap is set to increase in October 2025. For the average dual-fuel household paying by direct debit, the annual energy cost will go up from £17.20 to £17.55. That might not sound like a huge jump, but for households already on tight budgets, every pound counts, especially when spread over the long winter months. With this in mind, the winter fuel payment becomes a crucial buffer, and for those who don't qualify, the loss can feel like a major setback. Is there any way to reduce energy bills? While the news may feel bleak for those excluded from the payment, there are still options to get help with energy bills. Various local and national programs exist to assist vulnerable households. These include the Warm Home Discount Scheme, cold weather payments issued during very cold spells, energy company hardship funds, free advice from services like Citizens Advice and Age UK. In addition, improving your home's energy efficiency can significantly cut costs over time. Even small changes such as using draft excluders, setting heating timers, or installing a smart meter can make a noticeable difference. For those able to invest, government-backed grants for insulation and boiler replacements may also be available. Who is eligible for the winter fuel payment? Let's clarify who does qualify. To be eligible for a 2025 winter fuel payment, you must have been born on or before 22 September 1959. Payments typically arrive between November and December, and most people receive them automatically if they already claim state pension or another DWP benefit. Interestingly, the winter fuel payment is not means tested, which means your income doesn't prevent you from receiving it, although there is a catch. If your individual income exceeds £35,000, you will still receive the payment, but you will be expected to repay it via the tax system. This repayment is automatic and calculated based on your annual earnings. That means even well-off pensioners may see the payment briefly in their account, only for it to be clawed back at tax time. Additionally, you can opt out of the payment altogether if you prefer not to receive it, especially if you're not in need and want to avoid repaying it. The 2025 winter fuel payment will undoubtedly provide essential relief to millions of older people across the UK, but sadly, not everyone will benefit. With 6 groups of state pensioners now ruled out of eligibility, it's more important than ever to understand the rules, check your status, and explore other forms of support where possible. If you or someone you care for falls into one of the ineligible categories, now is the time to plan ahead, reach out for help, and stay informed. If you found this video helpful or informative, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for the latest updates on pensions, benefits, and ways to save money. We're here to keep you in the know, and every subscriber helps us keep bringing you the news that matters most. Stay warm, stay safe, and until next time, take care. Subscribe now for accurate and honest updates right when you need them.